Hello there, this is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates. I'm coming to you from San Francisco. My son lives here, and he has tickets to the NBA Finals. So we went together to Game 5 with his girlfriend, and we are scheduled for Game 7 if Golden State loses tonight in Cleveland, which I'm pulling for. Today, I'm going to be speaking with you on the subject of joy. Y'all been watching my videos, and trust me, you haven't been watching much about the subject of joy out of me, because for the past 13 months, I've had precious little joy. I've had almost zero joy. Even when I was doing really fun things, I was miserable. I was shattered. I was broken. My mind was on hurtful things. I'm down by the wharf, so there's fishermen chatting in the background, and there's seals barking. You might listen for that. So, joy to be found after narcissistic abuse. So it's been 13 months for me, and I am just now entering into a freedom and a joy and an optimism and a little bit of swagger in my step that I have not had. I could barely walk psychologically. I was crawling, and now I'm starting to get a little bit of joy, not arrogant swagger, but joyful swagger. There's a difference. So for me, I had to complete my final ugly anniversary, and I had an anniversary of my final discard, my final grand finale from the narcissist on June the 11th, when I was just shattered into a billion pieces. I was very near suicide, and the final communication I got from my beloved was a certified letter written obviously by the treatment center, the Bridge to Recovery, who are just horrifically bad and incompetent. But then this woman signed it, and it said, "Go away, never contact me again." In other words, I didn't love you, I never loved you, and I don't really care if you live or die. So that was hard to relive the anniversary of that, but I got through that. Now it's June the 15th, and yesterday I experienced more joy than I have before I met this woman. Living with a narcissist, even before their mask slips and they decompensate, it's still hell on earth, even before the real hell hits the fan. So having a genuine sense of joy, I just got up in the morning and there was a lightness about my being. I took an Uber. I love the Ubering down to the wharf. I got a $15 boat ride. We went under the Golden Gate Bridge. We went really close to Alcatraz. If you're Facebook friends with me, I went on and on and on all day long, just chronicling all my joy. It was amazing. I also had a meal. It's like this tomato base, huge bowl. I forget what it's called. Cipino or something, just filled with seafood, and I was hungry. I hadn't eaten anything. It was maybe one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. So just being alone and just not having to work today or yesterday was fantastic, and I was just filled with an inner joy all day long, and then got to finish the day by having seafood dinner with my son and his girlfriend at Skoma's, which I think is the best seafood restaurant in San Francisco. So it's gonna take you time. I'm in month 13. If you're in month 5, it's about survival. If you're in month 7, it's about survival and building some momentum. And there's so many videos that I've made and other people have made, but I want to stick with joy, the theme of joy. One of the things that I had after this final connection, this final anniversary, was a sense of completion. It's over. It's over. Now, I'm not saying I'm done grieving. I'm not saying I won't have little mini flashbacks. When I was on the boat yesterday, I had a flashback and some sad feelings that threatened to rob me of my joy for just a moment. But like I said, there was a sense of eventually you do get over it. I also want to share that I've reached a place of gratitude. You know, how can you feel gratitude for somebody running you over with a car, backing up, running you over again, backing up, running over you over again, then lighting you on fire, and as you're bleeding and screaming, them pointing at you and saying, "Wow, that guy's crazy." How can I have gratitude for that? Well, the thing is what I've always taught you guys, and what I hope you guys buy into, is you married or you got involved, you fell in love with this person for a reason. And the reason is that's Mother Nature's way of helping you heal your wounds. So let me explain that. You can't heal wounds until your walls are taken down. And because I experienced so much trauma as an infant. Basically, my story, and a lot of you guys know this, is as an infant I was induced because my mother needed gallbladder surgery. And I came out angry and screaming and purple with rage. And then my mother had the surgery and she couldn't take care of me, and she didn't really get anybody in there right away to take care of me. And I desperately, as an infant, wanted to bond to her, but the bonding didn't happen, and I think I was angry. And my mother was, I think, a narcissist, and I wasn't meeting her narcissistic needs. So I spent the first year of my life screaming bloody murder in a rage, many times out in the backyard alone, turning purple. And ultimately, my little brother came along, and he was blue-eyed and sweet-tempered and blonde hair, the perfect angel baby, and he did meet her narcissistic needs. So, the core of me, the deepest part of me, the part of me that picks my love life, was a severely abandoned, severely traumatized, raging, almost destroyed, purple-faced infant. That's me. And thankfully, Mother Nature gave me really good coping mechanisms. I used Christian faith from 17 until about 31 to protect me from feeling my feelings and from knowing the truth about myself. And then from 31 to about 45, I used counterdependency and workaholism and marriage to a good woman and focusing on my 3 amazing children to keep my issues at bay. But then at 45, this hunger to work on my issues, to reenact my issues with my lying, cheating, abandoning, raging, controlling, narcissistic mother surfaced. And a couple of women came by who fit that profile and caused me great emotional attachment and great emotional trauma. And then it wasn't until age 55 when the narcissist I'd been with for 6.5 years decompensated, her mask came off, and I was exposed to the truth that the entire relationship was a con, and that she was using me for money, and that she had been involved with another man very intensively, and probably many men, and that she was even doing some prostitution, even though I was paying all of her bills. So this kicked me into purple baby rage, to just being utterly destroyed. But the reason I have gratitude is I never would have gotten at that material, the core of me, without this woman's being who she was. And she did not victimize me. She was who I needed. She was, all the evidence was there that she was who she was, but there was an infant inside me that wanted to connect with mommy. And even when mommy dearest abused the crap out of me, I still took her back time and time again. And I was the one seeking her back, because I can hear the seals barking. I don't know if you can hear that. It's like the little infant child in you becomes addicted to this individual that has done so much trauma bonding with you. So here I am, almost 56. I'll be 56 on Friday. Tomorrow is my birthday. Today is the 16th, I guess. And I feel blessed. The practice is exploding. My home is well taken care of, much better taken care of than when she was there. I've got a relationship that I'm exploring, and I've got fantastic friends, and my health is good, and I have a zillion creative ideas for books. So I feel like I've got a new lease on life. I feel like I have a new message. I've been rebooted. My computer has been rebooted and refurbished, and I'm ready to really have some fun and help a lot of people, and eventually have an actual healthy relationship. So I never could have done that without the intervention from this nasty, horrific, borderline and psychopath. This experience has made me a better man. Shush back there. It's made me a better man. It's made me a healthier man. And it's made me a much better therapist. I have so much better understanding of trauma. I have so much better understanding of any kind of cluster B situation. I was a good therapist before, but there were certain cases that I just didn't handle well because of my naivety and my lack of insight into narcissism and narcissistic abuse syndrome. So you guys have been reaching out to me so often from all around the world, and it's a joy to work with you. And I've met so many wonderful people who have been helped, and it's just my honor to be able to share what I know. There's a lot of YouTube video makers out there that know a whole lot more about cluster B disorders than I do. But I think why you guys have been so supportive is I've just been sharing my journey. I'm about 3 steps ahead of a lot of you and 4 steps ahead of some of you. And I think me going through it and talking about it pretty openly has been helpful, and it's been a joy. So yeah, it's easier for me to have joy this week. Got to go to an NBA Finals game with my son and his new girlfriend. That was amazing. Got to go on really cool boat trip. Today I'm going on a Segway trip through San Francisco. Yeah, it's easy to have joy when you're doing really cool stuff. But if your heart's broken, you can be in Disneyland, you can be in heaven on earth, you can be in Hawaii, and you're going to be friggin' miserable. Because everything, you guys know, I don't have to tell you, you know. Or if you have joy in your heart, you can be at work, you can be cutting the grass, you can be running errands, and have joy doing that, more joy than you'd have in paradise when your heart is broken. But when you put those two things together, when you're getting on the other side of your narcissistic abuse and you're in paradise, it rocks, I'm telling you. So my spirit isn't heavy anymore, and my heart isn't nearly as bruised. My heart was bruised purple and black. I could hear the seals barking again. And now maybe my heart is bruised yellow. So it's getting better. And as you do the things you need to do to get better, you absolutely positively will get better. Doing talk therapy, doing EMDR, doing yoga, doing meditation, watching YouTube videos, going to on-site. I've got 2 clients at on-site currently. Getting support from your friends, exercising regularly, juicing, all of these things, getting a massage from a really skilled body worker. All of these things combined to save my life and help me heal. And this smile you see is like genuine. It's like a genuine smile that's coming from my belly. So thank God for recovery. It takes a long time. It is so excruciatingly painful, but I am happy. What I've noticed is I'm more playful, I have more energy, I'm more creative, and my focus is more on the present and on the future. When you're in the middle of recovery from narcissistic abuse syndrome, it's really hard to be in the present. You don't even want to think about the friggin' future. Your focus is the past, the ways that you were wounded, the lies, the infidelity, the abuse, the flying monkeys, the powerlessness, the pain in your chest, the shaking in your hands. So many things that you've needed to be focused on in the past. But fortunately, over time, and if you really do the work, you will get better. So I make this video to give you hope, my friends. There are better days ahead. Many of you, I get so many videos from people that say, Mark, I stayed up all night long and watched your videos and it kept me alive. And I watch them all day long because you share symptoms and you share empathy and you share compassion, and half the time you break down and cry and you give me hope. So I'm trying to give you hope. There are better days ahead. You will love again. And, you know, going through this isn't going to rewire you. As I work on my relationship issues, I'm sort of caught in between my type and my anti-type. Somebody with some mommy issues that I have, and then somebody who on the other side is maybe the opposite of issues, and there's an upside and a downside to both. But it's fun. It's an adventure either way. However things land, they're going to be 1,000 times better than being with the blood-sucking, soul murdering, vampirous psychopath. So I'm looking forward to hopefully 40 more years of productivity and writing and friendship and relationship and creativity. And I hope my joy is contagious. Grab a hold and grab a little bit of this joy and put it into your day, because your day's coming. Your day for joy is coming. It may not be hanging out with the SEALs in San Francisco and the Golden State Warriors, but bloom where you're planted. You'll have a day and you'll have a time where the sun will shine a little brighter, the skies will be a little bluer, and you'll be blessed. Joy, my friends, it's coming. So if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, please do that, Family Tree Counseling on YouTube. And also, shush over there. I also have 5 books on our website, our newly revamped and fancy website, which is moving up highly in Google rankings, familytreecounseling.com. There's a great book on abandonment issues, and a great book on shame, and a great book on affair recovery. So I think I'm going to move close to the Golden Gate Bridge and make a video about my trip to the trauma conference in Boston. I just want to report about the latest things going on in trauma treatment, and we'll be coming at you from the Golden Gate Bridge. So I got to get that in before my trolley trip through San Francisco and then the Segway thing. So when you got joy, you got a busy schedule. So thanks for watching, folks. God bless.